Hey everybody, and welcome back to the last wholesome family show left on the internet. I'm your favorite dungeon master, DM Andy, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Gaslands. Gaslands is a post-apocalyptic vehicular combat game where you take Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels and convert them into racing death machines. Gaslands is a game that uses 6-sided dice and a set of templates you can find in the back of the book to maneuver your vehicles during the race. You simply place a template, roll a set of dice, and then move your vehicle. Then it's the next player's turn. The game works in 6 gear phases, so each car will use a dice to represent what gear it's in. Then each player rolls a dice to see who goes first, or pole position. And as you can see here, it'll be the green team, the red team, then the blue team. So we're going to start off the first turn in first gear. You simply place a maneuver template without pre-measuring, then roll a set of dice. Here I roll a shift, slide, and a spin. If you're playing with 6-sided dice, 1s, 2s, and 3s are all different kinds of hazards you have to take, where 4, 5, and 6 are shifts, which let you remove hazards. You may also use your shift results to shift up or down a gear, but more on that in a little bit. Now, depending on which template you choose, you can also end up with an additional shift or hazard that you can use to resolve these dice. A medium straight allows a free shift result in all 4 gears, but you can't use this template in 5th and 6th gear. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve my dice roll or skid check. I'm going to cancel out the slide with the free template shift. Then I'm going to use my other shift to cancel out the spin. Now I've moved my car into final position and then clean up my dice. My opponents took their turn off screen, which is going to put us into gear phase 2. And as you can see, not all the cars are in 2nd gear. The blue car won't get an activation this turn. So in 2nd gear, I'm going to use the veer template this time. As you can see, you can't use this template in 1st gear, but in 2nd gear you get a free shift. So I make my skid check roll. I came up hazard, spin, shift. I'm going to use my free shift to cancel out the hazard. I'm going to use my shift to cancel out the spin, and I'm going to move my car into final position. This time, I'm not going to change gears and take an additional hazard. With the red team being the only other car left in 2nd gear, he'll use the same veer template to try to get around me since I've blocked him. My opponent rolled a shift spin, so he's going to cancel out the spin with the shift. Then he's going to use the free shift on the template to shift up a gear without taking a hazard, move his car into final position, and clean up his dice. The blue team's still in 1st gear, so in the 2nd gear activation phase, he doesn't get a turn. And he won't get a turn again until we reset back to 1st gear. Make sure you gap them spark plugs because this is going to bring us to 3rd gear. For all the cars in 3rd gear or higher, they get an activation this turn. The red team's going to select a hard turn template, which in 3rd gear requires him to take an additional hazard result on his skid check. And it looks like the red team rolled a shift slide. He's going to have to take a hazard for using that template in 3rd gear. He's going to have to use the shift to shift up a gear to guarantee he gets an activation in the next gear phase. And then that's going to leave a slide result that he has to apply to his vehicle for final position. With no way to cancel out this slide result, he has to take the slide template, stick it in the notch of the original template, then maneuver his car to the edge of the slide template. Now, if for any reason your template touches one of the other cars or one of the other obstacles in play, you have to stop where the collision occurred and go through a collision phase. At which point the driver would pick smash attack or evade. If you both choose evade, you just add a hazard to each vehicle and move on to the next turn. But if the active driver chooses smash attack, then he rolls dice based on his current gear score. 4 ups are hits. Then your opponent gets to roll to evade the attack. Looks like he's going to take 2 damage, which we're going to mark with this red dice. Then, because both cars were involved in a smash attack collision, they each take 2 additional hazards. At the end of your activation, there's a wipeout step, where if you have 6 or more hazards, your car wipes out and you have to make a flip check. If you roll higher than your current gear score, your car is fine. But if you roll below your gear score, you suffer 2 damage, you move your car forward a medium straight, and then one of the other players you're playing with reorientates your car in any direction they want to. If at any time you find yourself in a gear but no one can go, just reset the dice to first gear and keep playing. And that should get you started in Gasland. There's a few other rules you need to know. There's a few other things in the books. There's a lot of advanced rules and all kinds of builds for the vehicles. But just go ahead and start here. You're going to love this game. I'm DM Andy, and I'm your favorite Dungeon Master.